All right, this is the portion of 1.4 where we start talking about a new postulate, the angle addition postulate, very similar to the segment addition postulate, in that when I go through here, it says here for the angle addition postulate, if point B is in the interior of angle AOC, so you see here point B is inside angle AOC, then the measure of angle AOB plus the measure of angle BOC is equal to the measure of angle AOC, or you've seen this before, still part plus part equals whole. It's the same concept, except now we're going to use angles. So again, angle AOB plus angle BOC is going to equal the whole angle, which is angle AOC. So essentially, the yellowish portion plus the kind of grayish shaded portion, it looks like, is equal to the whole thing. Minus 20. Okay, so let's look at some examples here using the angle addition postulate. Okay, so angle addition postulate, let's look at this first example here. It says if the measure of angle RQT is 155, what are the measure of angle RQS and the measure of angle TQS? Okay, so RQT is 155. RQT is the whole angle. So this guy is the whole. Okay. If we take RQS and we add it to angle TQS, it should equal the angle RQT, or part plus part equals whole. So I'm taking this part right here plus this part right here equals the whole thing. Okay, so I'm going to use some substitution here. Angle RQS, that's 4x and minus 20, plus angle TQS, which is 3x plus 14, and that's going to equal RQT, which, if you remember RQT, they told us in the beginning, is 155. And now I have to solve the equation. I'm going to combine like terms. 7x. X's combined together. Negative 20 and positive 14. That's negative 6. Going to add 6 to each side. And then 7x is going to equal, in this case, 161. Okay? And then if I take 161 and I divide that by 7, 161 divided by 7 gives me 23 for x. Now, again, I'm not done, because they want to know what the measure of those two angles are, angle RQS and angle TQS. So, RQS, I'm going to plug 23 in. I'm going to take 4 times 23 and then subtract 20 from it. And I should end up with 4 times 23 and then subtract 20. I end up with 72 degrees, okay, when I calculate that. And I'm also going to plug it in to the TQS, 3 times 23 and plus 14. So 3 times 23. And if I add 14 to that, I end up with 83. Now, one way I can check to see if my answer is correct. These two angles here should add up to the whole. And in this case, 83 and 72 add up to 155. Okay? So using the angle addition postulate, one other example I want to look at from here, and that is this example, the one here to the right. It says here, angle DEF is a straight angle. What are the measures of angle DEC and CEF? Well, again, we're going to go part plus part equals whole. So angle DEC plus angle FEC, or CEF, either way, is equal to angle DEF. Now, it says DEF is a straight angle. If it's a straight angle, that means it's 180 degrees. Okay, so straight angles are 180 degrees. And then DEC is 11x minus 2. And then when I add in FEC, 2x plus 10, now I can solve for the variable so that I can figure out how much these angles are. Again, combining like terms, that's 13x. These guys, negative 2 and positive 10 is positive 8. Going to subtract 8 from each side, and I get 172. And then I'm going to take, and now I noticed I made a mistake here, so I got to do a little bit of changing. So this is supposed to be 12, okay, which is going to change some things. So that's not 8. This is going to be negative 2. Sorry about that. That's going to be negative 2, and then I'm going to add 2 to each side. So I'm going to add 2, so that's 182. And now I'm going to divide by 13, and x is equal to 14. See, even everybody makes mistakes on these. Okay, so it's okay to make mistakes. Just got to make sure you find it and get it corrected. Okay, so we get 14. Then what I have to do is plug this back in. 11 times 14 minus 12, and then 2 times 14 plus 10. So let's go. 2 times 14 plus 10 gives me 38. This guy right here is 38 degrees. And 11 times 14 and minus 12 is 142 degrees. Again, should be able to check because these two angles should add up to be 180 this time, and they do. Okay, so now you should be able to complete, using the angle addition postulate, your examples on this page.